Welcome back to Brass Tacks, where we dive into strategy, tactics, and tough decision making in gaming. Today, we're continuing our journey, and this is the Police 2 with the Winter Nights Tactical Assault. Let's go. Alright, let's jump over here. Let's open that. You, my friend, you're gonna go over here. And then you can go right here. Then go right here.
We have visual.
Perfect. You, good sir, gonna go right here.
We have visual.
A butts on that, man.
Roger.
Alright. I think... What did I give you? Okay. Let's go over there.
We have visual.
I want you to stun that guy. Perfect. Then you go all the way here. Perfect. Alright, let's see here. If I throw a grenade... Oh, okay. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do actually then is go over here. Baton this man, and then stun grenade here, and then you, my good woman, are going to actually, yeah, let's put you over here. Arrest this man.
On the ground.
You, my dude, are gonna go right here. So you're ready to arrest that guy. You're gonna arrest this gentleman.
Get on the ground.
And then let's move on to our other guys for now. Okay, I think let's have you go over here.
We have visual.
Okay. Arrest this man.
Get on the ground.
And do you have any grenades? Yes, you do. Okay, I want you to head over here. Throw a... Wait, why can't you throw a stun grenade? Do you not have a stun grenade? Hold up. Ah, Booby, you don't have a stun grenade. That's fine. Let's just go over here. And you know, let's just pass on your turn. Think I want you to
Roger.
try and head to the back just to see. Henderson. Alright. We're gonna arrest this guy.
On the ground.
Go over here so we can see through that door. Okay, nothing there. Arrest this guy.
On the ground.
And then you're gonna arrest this last guy over here.
On the ground.
And then run over here. And go head all over there. Why don't you don't have stun grenade either? Hold up. Hold up. So neither of you have stun grenades? Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. This is fine. Let's go over here. But on this guy. Oh no. Let's spray that guy. Perfect. You head over here.
Roger.
But on this guy. Alright. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. You are gonna run all the way as far as you can. Then we're gonna have you run as far as you can. Over there. Then you are gonna run as far as you can. Okay, and this is as far as you can get. Alright, these two are the only ones left. Okay, I want you to arrest this guy.
Get on the ground.
Okay, you gentlemen are gonna... ooh. Hold on. Oh no. Oh, okay, I do have enough movement.
On the
Arrest that man. Go here. Arrest this man.
On the ground.
Do we have a sniper? No, we don't. Alright, let's head over out. Alright, alright. So, who has burglar? You have burglar. You're over there. You... Goodwin. Okay. Okay, run up. Let's look into this room, hopefully.
580.
Alright. Yeah, pepper spray that guy. Let's go ahead and run up as far as we can. Over here. Hopefully we can open that door. We're gonna go way over here. I have you come up all the way here. And then you, my good man, you're gonna go right here. And enter in. Alright, you open this door. Head over here. Can't quite get there. Okay, damn. Okay, go over here. Pick that up just so that we can get it. Alright, and then it's time to arrest this guy.
On the ground.
Perfect. Victory. 10 arrested suspects. Perfection. We found cocaine. Let's up your shooting. Oh, yeah, let's end your shooting. Let's finish your shooting up. Intelligence, let's finish that up too. Perfect. Let's finish your negotiation and work on your intelligence. There we go. Finish your stealth and work on your negotiation. Finish up your intelligence, work on your stealth. Oh, let's work on your speed. Perfect. Come on, we get 65 plus 6. Ooh, that's a lot of tabs. That's a lot of tabs. I don't know how Carter is gonna catch up to us like this. Carter got 9. We win once again. Alright, our turn. Let's pick up Loftus, Adkins, and Hodges. Then let's take a shocker, pepper spray, and a pepper spray. So Carter can't get anything. Yep. You win. Again. We're at 41 out of 48. End the day. Alright, Plainview drank too much. Stockman drank too much. Adkins drank too much. Not reading that. Plainview just saying no. Not reading that. Woolbag saying no. And let's continue on. Now we know. We need to start buying more stuff. Age is gonna investigate that. We're gonna look at the funeral home director. You need to pay Fry tonight. Get ready, otherwise anonymous call will tell the feds exactly where to look for you. Alright. Attempted carjacking at the woodworking factory. Factory manager looked out his office window and saw someone trying to steal his old car. Okay. Alright, take a leave with you. And then Anna Stefanovich warehouse. Your mother tell you to brush your teeth twice a day. I always clean mine 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 times a day, but they all turn black anyway. My aunt was right. The woman in our family is cursed. It's probably because my great-great-grandmother quarreled with Loftus, the high mountain spirit, but something happened that could only be called a miracle. When I started drinking fiery cola, my teeth started getting stronger. I started rinsing my mouth out with this wonderful drink, and the effects are undeniable. It's probably somehow connected with how the creator of fiery cola died a horrible death. Maybe his soul was taken on the part of the Stefanovich curse I didn't know. Maybe his soul has taken on the part of the Stefanovich curse, I don't know. I'm no expert, I don't know that I need more fiery cola, so I finally get the chance to date a normal guy. Somebody better than my grouchy husband. But you're married and you want to date somebody? Okay. It's been a long time since they sold this drink at the store. Everybody says they stopped making it. There's still some, but there still has to be some old stock at the warehouse. That couple of your not so dumb cops go over there and bring me as many healing green bottles as they can find. If they manage to bring some back, then you're free to get anything from my store except my miracle cola, of course. Of course, okay. Hodges and flower pots, go ahead. Armed robbery at the Bank of Sharpwood. Armed men in mask broke into the bank and demanded that the vault be opened. Let's send Rosencrantz. Before I forget, let's get some alcoholism treatment. And let's send Mustard to drive Stockman. The lock they had in the warehouse was child's play. We got in there, no problem, and grabbed all the fiery colas we could find. We might have had a bottle or two in the process, but who's gonna care, right? It's a magical drink after all. Alright, we get some items from that and some money as well. Now we unlocked her. Perfect. A suspect in a down jacket has picked up a brick off the ground. Apparently he intends to smash the car's window to get the door open. Let's sneak up behind the thief. With Luna. The cop managed to sneak up behind the thief and neutralize him. It turned out that he wanted to take revenge on the factory manager for firing him unfairly by trading in his car at the scrapyard. The guy smells like he's been swimming in alcohol. Alright, let's give you some negotiation, Luna. At the entrance to the bank, there's a frightened clerk in a president's mask holding down a grenade with his chin. He's holding the grenade pin in his hand. I was told that if I'm a good president, they'll put the pin back. The guy's trembling in fear. Let's go ahead and disarm the grenade. I think Belmont, if you can go ahead and do that. The cop places the pin back in the grenade and takes it from the clerk, who flees in relief. The cop then enters the bank and runs straight into the two robbers wearing president's masks. They are armed and together dragging a large bag, which looks like it's filled with gold bars. Okay. Let's go ahead and order them to surrender. I think Penkin, you can go ahead and do that. The robbers obeyed the cop and surrendered. The gold was returned to the vault. Perfect. And we got gold bars. Alright, Penkin, let's add your stoked. You, my good woman, are gonna get more strength. You, sir, are gonna finish up your negotiation. You are gonna finish up your stove. Alright, now that we have gold, let's send Hodges with the gold to Advanced Canine. Thank you, Mr. Nash. I won't ever drown in the bottle again. Perfect. Now let's get another alcohol treatment going. And let's send flower pots to drive Adkins. Go ahead, theft at the big slaughterhouse. A handyman reports that someone has stolen his lunch along with a valuable officer's watch from the bag he left in the stable. I think that is a fake report, so we're just gonna ignore it.
526.
Attempted murder at the old church. An indignant woman, along with her relatives and neighbors, came to the dental office of Rishi Patel with a rope, threatening to lynch the shaggy Indian. A local priest and several parishioners have come to the dentist's defense. The situation is heating up. Plainview, you're going then. John Stefanov, Forrest. Mr. Nash, you're new to the city, so I don't know if you've heard the local legends about the treasures that the Four Spirits hid for the righteous ones. My brother and me never met anyone more righteous than us our whole lives, so we figured those treasures must still be lying somewhere out there untouched. So we decided to find them, and we figured out pretty quick they must be buried in the forest outside Sharpwood. We drew a map, pack our stuff, grab a couple shovels, and set off. To make sure we didn't get lost, we made marks on the trees, but something strange happened when we reached the right place. The air got thick and dark, and then I can't remember hardly anything after that. Just a constant whooshing sound that pierced my bones. I came to my senses back out near where we parked, and I haven't seen my brother ever since. Maybe we angered the spirits and they made that damn forest eat him alive, but I'd like to know for sure what happened to him. If you're brave enough to send your smartest cop out there, I'll give him the map where the treasure's marked. Who knows, maybe he'll be able to figure out where my brother went, and maybe he'll even find the treasure. Right, I need someone with intelligence. Flimsy, go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Nash. I won't ever drown in the bottle again. Alright, was very medical. I gave Kanang the gold. I don't know why he needed it. He just looked at it all miserable and gloomy. If I got the gold bar, I'd be smiling like an idiot. Okay, we got pharmaceuticals for that and 500 gold. The pigs smelled the bacon crumbs and escaped their pen to help themselves. Together with the man's food, they accidentally gobbled down the wash that was laying beside it. The case was solved by following a trail of breadcrumbs. Okay, Plainview's the only drunkard we have left. After man is throwing around a rope around the dentist's neck, and the crowd of lichers are fighting the parishioners. An angry one yells, "Let's hang the red-skinned bastard. Let's hang the red-skinned bastard. He wouldn't give me extra anesthetic herbs and I saw he had a whole box of them." That is not a reason to do that, bro. Strike the man with a baton, Loftus. The cop hits the bully in the kidneys with a baton. The criminal writhes in pain and lets go of the dentist, who tears the noose off his neck and runs off. The bully snatches a revolver from his pocket. Pepper spray that man. Pepper spray. Brush the third. The cop
complete.
shot pepper spray in the offender's face and arrested him. The crowd of vigilantes immediately dispersed. Okay, we got laundry soap and antibiotics and toilet paper. Let's add to your stealth. Killer accident at Mr. Roger Lennington's gas station. A blue sedan was pulling out of the gas station and an 18-wheeler rammed into it at high speed. Oh boy. Sonico, Percy, Springer, Jackson, y'all go. Alright, let's get some more alcohol treatment. And let's send, Atkins, go drive Plainview there. Truck has turned over on its side and its driver, clearly drunk, is climbing out carrying a fire extinguisher. The blue sedan is smashed to pieces and flipped upside down, and it's being engulfed in the flames. Inside is a woman with 2 young children. Oh no. Okay, let's ask the truck driver for the fire extinguisher. Go do that, Salnikov. What have I done? The drunk driver burst into tears and held out the fire extinguisher for the cop. The blue sedan was engulfed in flames. Okay, let's grab the fire extinguisher and put out the burning sedan. Go ahead, Salnikov, and do that.
510 complete.
The cop extinguished the burning car and pulled the woman and children from the wreckage. They got off with scrapes and bruises. Good job, guys. Let's finish up your negotiation. Let's work on your stealth. Prostitution at Justice Trent's Park. A prostitute is servicing several men at once on a bench in the park. Okay, Randon. Perfect. Go. Thank you, Mr. Nash. I won't ever drown in the bottle again. Oh, perfect. That's everybody. This is a drunkard, right? Oh my gosh.
514 in
Attempted
progress.
carjacking at Germer Funeral Home. A disgruntled employee decided to augment his salary by stealing a hearse. Yeah, Pinkin, Luna, Kurosawa, Dolce. I already forgot the name of the investigation. Alright, let's open it up. That is unfortunately not enough frames, so we're just gonna go ahead and close it and wait for that to finish up. A large hearse is slowly turning down the road away from the funeral home. Okay, let's order him to turn off the engines, and I will have Pinkin do that.
514
The suspect
complete.
obeyed the cop and surrendered. Perfect. Let's finish up your stealth. Okay, now we have several men with their trousers down are standing in a semicircle around the bench. An elderly prostitute is hard at work. Turn on the sirens. Loftus, go ahead and do that. The men are frightened by the siren and rush around in all directions, grabbing up their pants as they stumble. The prostitute is upset that the police frightened her clients and grabs a grenade from her purse. A colonel left me this little girl as a tip. I said it'll make anybody shut up and pay. What? Okay, shoot her with a taser, bro. Suddenly go ahead and do that.
542
The
complete.
cop stunned the offender with a taser shot. The grenade, it turns out, was only a stun grenade. When she came to, the woman shared some of the wisdom she'd accumulated over the years. This life, baby, it's a war. You wouldn't believe how many muskets I had to unload just to survive. Gross. No. We got items. Ooh, and we have options. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go with some stealth. Alright, and we're gonna go with stealth again. We're gonna go with stealth again. Mr. Nash, I found 3 boxes with gold. I'm not quite sure how it happened. I remember walking through the forest, following the notes on that old man's map, and then suddenly the sky got dark and the air got thick, and I heard this whooshing sound, and I seemed to have lost consciousness. I woke up back outside the forest, covered in dirt, and beside me there were these 3 boxes with gold. Good job, Clemsy. Alright, then Mateo Alvarez, Jameson Hill. I'm sure you've heard of the Sharpwood Ice Run, right? It's a traditional competition in our region. The participants run barefoot across the frozen lake. There's a prize pool for the winner, and some people even place bets on the runners. I'm the current champion, in fact, a real rocket man. But recently, I've had a little competition from a young kid. The boy's name is Sally, and he trains like a woman. He jumps rope, supposedly to strengthen the kneecaps. Is that even real training? Real training is when you cut a piece of ice from the lake and run with it on your shoulder until it melts. What do you think? Not only is this upstart breathing down my back every race, now he's even trying to date my daughter without even asking me. This cannot stand. Send your most powerful cop to him. Make sure he brings his baton. I want him to make Sally's precious kneecaps look like his too. Maybe then he'll learn to respect his elders. In return, I'll personally train your guys. You'll see not a single criminal will ever escape from them again, okay? So, strength. Now, let's go with Luna and see if that works out. Time to send Fry's check. Did you scrape enough together? Yeah, I did. So, let's send it. Mr. Nash, I worked that kid's knees over good. He's not running anywhere. Mr. Alvarez was happy and asked me to tell you that he'll be looking for our guys out on the ice. Does he mean that he wants to play hockey? Alright. We receive leather boots and some money. What's in the day? We got 30 taps, not bad. How many you got, Carter? 12. A little better than you've been doing. Still 1. Okay, let's see. What are we getting? Ooh. Don't have a lot of... We don't have a lot to work with. Let's get Brady. The pepper spray and the stun grenade. I think we have enough tasers, so I'm not gonna get that. Carter's turn. I mean, you can get taser and it's not gonna do you much good without a cartridge, so... Yep. Alright. Mr. Nash, even as a kid, I wasn't so interested in my toy soldiers' weapons as in their uniforms. The quality of the seams, color of the buttons, and the weight of the material. When I got a little older, I started to design and sew clothes. While I was studying at the academy, I made several prototype police uniforms, and I dreamed that I could wear them in the service if I ever got a chance. All I need to do is get them out of the closet and iron them nicely. You wouldn't mind, right? Yeah, sure. Then, that should be everyone. So 37 out of 49 cops is gonna show up to work.
Mr. Boyd, finally. I was starting to wonder if you were gonna spend the night.
Shut your mouth.
Mr. Boyd, listen, I understand you don't talk much. I get it. After all, you would never have... Well, you wouldn't have been able to do what you've done if you were a chatterbox. Yeah? But I'm not asking you for a big speech. I'm not asking you to give me a master class in corruption. No, nothing like that. I'm only asking for one small story about the DeVroom painting. The newspapers never gave out too many details since the investigation was ongoing. But what's the difference now? What's left to hide? The painting couldn't be found, right? You made extra sure that it couldn't be found. Well, let's drink a beer sometime. No, not today. No, tomorrow or the day after. Or the day after the day after tomorrow. Just whatever's good for you. You see, I'm really interested in this. How did you pick that job? I mean, what did you want with that picture? I mean, that one in particular. It's a pretty specific choice. You know, it's a controversial artist. The critics don't agree. I've never heard of corrupt officials stealing paintings. They all take bribes, just bundles of money in paper bags, you know. Of course, I'm not comparing you to those ordinary rotten geezers. Not at all. I just wanted to say that even though I don't know all the details, I see that you've got your own style. Whether you realize it or not, that's why the press called you the Caesar of corruption. You can find lots of kings of corruption in the newspapers. There's a new one every month, but I've never seen a Caesar. Because Caesar, that's not about the scale, but the style. Style is everything, right?
Please, Mr. Boyd.
Why on earth should I get into the car with a stranger?
Given your history, I'd imagine that you often had to get into a car with strangers. Back in Freeburg.
Freeburg is different.
Is it really so different?
Absolutely.
Friendlier?
Warmer.
Well, that's not saying much. Anywhere's warmer than here.
How?
Excuse me?
How did you know who I was?
How many ads were there?
Ads?
Well, I'd be willing to bet that when you came here, you went looking for housing in the newspaper ads. How many ads did you look at?
I don't know. Maybe a dozen.
But you chose this house. Why?
Because it stands away from everything.
Well, that's a reasonable choice. Unfortunately, the neckties choose their houses by the exact same principle. They stash their goods in isolated houses until they can find a big buyer, but they don't settle into the house. They let someone else rent it. It's safer that way.
Look, I'm not interested in how these neckties do business. I just want to know how they found out my real name.
I'm not a big fan of drug dealers, Mr. Boyd, but I have to give them their due. Many of them are amazingly smart, much smarter than, well, smarter than your average drug dealer, you know. And the man who was appointed to watch your house, Arthur Sherman, well, it turns out he's quite the brain. He even went to college. Can you imagine? Arthur is so clever that when he realized that you're Jack Boyd, he didn't report it to his bosses. You see, the Ties are a wandering gang. Yesterday they worked in Ripton, today they're here, tomorrow they'll be somewhere else. They'd just shoot you to be safe, and that would be the end of it. But Arthur is clever, and he knew how valuable the information was, so he did the clever thing and brought it to me.
But how did he know who I was? How exactly?
Ask him yourself when you get the chance. Oh, looks like we've arrived. Mr. Boyd, are you coming?
Are you completely out of your mind? I'm a wanted man. I shouldn't be showing my face in public, even if it is old and shaggy.
Come on, Mr. Boyd. There's only drunk pigs and sweaty strippers in there. Nobody'll even look at you. Don't you want to drink a mug of draft beer for the first time in months and burp loud enough that everyone hears? Aren't you tired of hiding? Don't you just want to be an ordinary person?
You saw where I live. Now I want to see where you live. Don't you think that's fair?
Okay, you win. But I'll never believe that you don't miss letting loose.
That's not the only thing I miss. Not the only thing, and not the main thing.
I understand. Well, here's where we live.
What? We can't go inside?
Well, I didn't go into your house. I stood 100 yards away. Now we're even. Don't you think that's fair?
Arthur Sherman. I want to talk to him.
Mick, bring Sherman here. I'm sure he must still be awake. Sean told me about this Captain Britt Carter of yours. Now, if you want,
It won't be a problem.
You sure?
I can manage.
If you have any difficulties, just let me know. I could, well...
And I thought you were a smuggler, not a butcher.
I don't like the word smuggler.
Then maybe you shouldn't smuggle.
Well, I'll put it this way. I don't like what you mean by the word smuggler. You must be right. Freeburg and Sharpwood are very different. What kind of goods came through Freeburg? Automatic weapons, heroin, people? I'll be honest with you, I can't brag that I never had to trade in the first, second, or third, but my most popular product is canned soup. Mushroom soup comes in a little red jar. Now this is coming from a man who spent over 30 years eating a tasteless soldier's rations and not complaining. And I can assure you that this soup is the most disgusting meal in the world. When you pop open the jar with a can opener, this smell immediately bolts up your nose. The smell of despair, you know? It's impossible to suck down this vomit without thinking for even a second that your life is going nowhere. Sharpwood kids, when they grow up and leave this place for the rest of their lives, they'll always shudder when they remember this awful soup. But only the lucky ones, the few who manage to get out. The rest will live here for the rest of their days, eating smelly soup and then feeding it to their own children. Because without 12-cent soup, they'd all die. I give them this life, with the smell of despair. Bitter, but life. I don't know what cruel word to call what I'm doing, but I'm definitely not a smuggler. And I want that... Oh, there's your college boy, Mr. Boyd.
Give me a cigarette. Still alive, Mr. Boyd. Oh, wow.
How did you know who I was?
Were you really hiding all that well? You hitchhiked on your way to Sharpwood. Well, not to Sharpwood, of course, but to Big Rift. And from there you walked on foot, but before Big Rift, a red-haired guy named Locke drove you. Picked you up at a bus stop 70 miles down the highway. Buses from Garensburg pass that stop every 6 days. In Garensburg, you spent 2 nights at the Stone Woodpecker Hotel. I called down there and had a nice chat with Mrs. Hopper, who...
Just stop! So you're really that clever, Arthur Sherman? Proud of your little investigation?
If I'd known this investigation would turn me into a hostage to rednecks playing toy soldiers, I wouldn't have stuck my nose in your business, Mr. Boyd.
Hostage?
Arthur can't leave the barracks. It's for his own safety. In addition, he likes to live by military regulations. Isn't that right, Arthur?
This shit you're pulling here isn't military order. It's the middle of the night, but everyone's awake.
He's right, Mr. Boyd. It's high time for bed.